Good morning. Welcome to another Daily Dose of Fitness. If you are here for a free 45-minute full body workout, you're in the right place. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes. As you come on here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, shoot me a comment, let me know that you are here and working out with us today. It is Monday. Never miss a Monday workout. If you were here last Monday, I wasn't. I missed last Monday. So, but I'm glad to be back here for a full week of workouts, I think. So last week was kind of crazy. I was out at a funeral Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back on Thursday, and then my son did his very first solo flight in the airplane on Friday, and of course I was not going to miss that. So I went out and watched him take off and land several times all by himself, which was a little nerve-wracking, but just such a great experience. As you guys with kids know, watching your kids discover their passions and live their passions out is probably one of the best things that can happen for a parent. So I'm glad I got to be there for that. Which brings me to the whole never miss a Monday workout. Of course, sometimes we need to miss workouts. I try to save those things. I don't plan to have a skip day because they happen naturally. For things like that, I think I also have a mantra: eat well, stay fit, live life, right? We got to live our life. So those days off kind of happen naturally for me. So I don't really plan for days off, and that seems to work out well for me. Anyway, all right. What else? Anything else going on this Monday? I think we're all good. Our shred ended last week. I wasn't even here for most of our really 10 days to healthier you. I've been doing some freezer meals lately, which have really helped my meal prep. You'll have to check out some of the videos. I'm going to try to get another video of another frozen meal prep that I did today. So we'll see how that goes out. And Wednesday, I'm giving a talk on expanding your health span versus your lifespan. And if you are ready for a health journey to take your health to the next level, I'm going to be doing a talk on that on Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Zoom. So I will put the flyer on my page today. I got 6:59. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, Lynn. As always, I do not know where you're at in your fitness journey. Exercise does have risks, anywhere from strains, sprains, bruises, and fractures, all the way to heart attack, stroke, and death. If you don't know if you're fit to work out or if it's just been a long time since your last physical, please go get one. If you experience any chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, faintness, those are all signs you need to stop what you're doing. Go get checked out before resuming any kind of physical activity. And finally, even though I am a personal trainer, I can't see you. So when you exercise with me, you're doing so at your own risk. I'll try to provide as much instruction and as many modifications as possible, but I can't see if you're doing those things correctly. So if you're ready, willing, and able to accept that responsibility, let's get moving. And I see Laura and Tim have popped on. Good morning. We're stretching up overhead, reaching all the way through those fingertips. Yeah, August has been a lot of kind of coming and going for me. I was in Maryland, home for a few days, then back on the West Coast in the Oceanside, San Diego area. So, but I think I'm home for the rest of the month. And September's going to be a little bit of travel for me as well. So I've kind of got a lot of stuff planned in the next few months. All right, let's take it down to the ground. And we're going to take those legs wide, toes pointed out, taking it down to the ground, side to side. Going to the right, stretching the left arm out, going to the left, stretching the right arm out. That little stretch helps to get your back stretched out a little bit. And bringing it up, feet stay wide, toes pointed out, and just taking the torso side to side, legs stay still, only the torso moves. Very good. Bringing the legs in, shoulder width, hands just above the knees, arching the back, head at neutral, rounding the back up and bringing the chin to chest. Press it, round it out, take it down and up. And go ahead and round it up and then roll it all the way up. One arm comes across the body. And Shannon's here with us this morning. Good morning, Shannon. And across the other side here. And pulling one elbow back, squeezing the abs and tucking the rear so the back doesn't just arch out. Keep the spine long as that elbow comes back. And taking it to the other side. And we're going to take the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers together, press those hands down toward the ground. I'm going to use my bar and take the ear to one shoulder. I am going to physical therapy today to see about this hand, my finger that I got into a little dog walking accident with. I had it x-rayed. It's not broken. It does look like maybe I did a little ligament damage or something too. So my son is like, you really need to see someone. So here I am. I'm gonna go today. And back to center. We're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, bring the chest forward, and the arms come up. And go ahead and drop the arms down. Go down as far as you can, keeping the legs straight. And let's go ahead and bend the knees, roll it all the way up. And we're going to start with a banded exercise, one-legged leg raises. So if you need a balance check, you can put one hand on a wall. We're going to take the leg in to out, keeping the hips facing forward, leg goes to the side. Three, two, last one, and then right to the other side, in to out. Last one. Very good. Taking it into a bicep curl. So I'm going to actually try, no, I'm going to do 12s. Just a standard bicep curl, so arms will come up, work it down. Work it up, work it down. If you want, you can do a little bit more glute balance work by doing it on one leg. Remember what leg you're on. The next set, I'm gonna have you do the other leg. Here we go, up and down. You don't have to be on one leg. One more, and we're gonna do a weighted march. So I'm gonna have one arm up with a weight. You don't have to use a weight if you're just starting. We're gonna bring the leg up or the weight down as the knee comes up and switch. Last one, very good. And we're gonna finish off with a tricep kick. So weights in each hand. We're gonna take the chest forward, bending at the waist, back is straight, just kicking the lower arms back. Upper arms stay still. Last one, and we're going right back to the beginning with those leg raises. Band goes on, right up over the knee. Ready? Here we go. In to out. Last one, and to the other side, in to out. Last one. Going into those bicep curls. Remember what leg you were on last time? This time you're going to stand on the other leg if you're doing it one-legged. All right, ready? Up and down. Last one. Oh man, I felt that a little bit today in the glute. All right, and moving into those weighted marches with or without a weight. Doesn't have to be super heavy. Very good. Taking it in to the tricep kick. Ready? We go down, straight spine, kick the arms back. 1. And just like that, we're going into our last set in this first round, starting with the leg raises. Ready? In to out. And to the other side, in, out. Last one. Bicep curls are next. This one we will, if you are on one leg, we're going to switch halfway through. I'll let you know when. Here we go. Ready? Up and down. And switch. Last one, taking it to that one, or that weighted march. Ready, down and up. Keep going. Let's go for one more on each side. I know I took you a couple extra on that one. Intentional. Tricep kicks are next. Here we go. Ready? Press. Last one, just like that. Round one is in the books. A little high five. High five. I see Jim hopped on. Good morning. We're going to start round two with a squat arm circle. So one weight. I'm debating. I might pick a little heavier one the next round. Remember, I didn't do much last week. All right, there's some love going up the screen. Thanks. Oh, my brother's hopping on. Hi, Tad. I just talked to him right before I got on here. All right, we're gonna push the butt back, sit down, stand up. One elbow comes up, weight goes around the head. Sit down, butt back, stand up, other elbow up around the head. Speeding it up just a little bit here. Alternating sides, keeping that back straight as you squat down. Last one. Very good. Moving into some weighted scales. Hands right in front. We're going to take one leg back. Hip stays pointed to the ground. Try to stand up without putting that leg down. Just leave it floating if you can. If you need a balance check, set it down. Your body's like a teeter-totter here. You want to point that foot down toward the ground. That's going to keep your hip from rolling out. Taking it to the other side. Here we go. Toe points down. One, very good. Bent rows are next. So we're going to use one weight. This can typically be a little heavier. We're going to keep the back straight, sink the arm down. It's down as far as it can go. Pull the elbow up, sink the arm down. Back, stay straight. Last one, taking it to the other side, pull. Last one, and doing a goalpost lift. Nothing too aerobic, but I feel a little winded. All right, who else is hopping on here? Denise hopped on. Oh, I thought it was my brother that hopped on, but no, that was someone else. All right, good morning. All right, tuck the rear, squeeze the abs. Don't let that back arch out. Arms are up in goalposts. Take them down and up. Down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more. Very good, and just like that, going back to the top of the set, squat, arm circle. Ready? Push the rear back, sit down, elbow up and around to the other side. Very good. Bent rows are next. No, weighted scales are next, sorry. Here we go, ready? And take it down and up. Last one. Lost my balance on that last one. Taking it to the other side. We go down and up. Last one. Now we're going into that big row. One weight. Sink it down in front, back straight. Pull the elbow. To the other side. Last one. Goalpost lifts are next. Feeling good on a Monday after a week off. All right, here we go. Down and up. Last one. Moving into our last set in the second round, starting with the squat arm circles. Ready? Push the rear back, sit, elbow up and around. Sit, elbow up and around. Alternating sides. One more on each side. Very good. Weighted scales. Ready? Take it down and up. And to the other side. Last one. Very good. And taking it into the bent rows. Here we go, down in front and pull. One, and we're gonna go to the other side. Ready, pull. Last one, and finishing off round 2 with the goalposts. Bring the arms up, take them down and up. Don't let the shoulders come up to your ears. Nice and relaxed. Last one. Very good. And just like that, our second round is in the books. High five, high five. We are getting there. We got one more round to go. We're gonna start with just a Spider-Man. So in plank, bringing one knee to the outside of the elbow and switch. Alternating sides. One more on each side. As you're in that plank, really think about the belly button sucking in to the backbone. In gymnastics, we call that a hollow body hold. Think of really sucking in. You don't want to sag in your back. You don't want your butt up in the air, but you really got to think about pulling the back or the belly button to the backbone. All right, going into flies. Right into a front delt floor press. So starting out with the arms right above the chest, feet flat on the ground, knees bent. Arms can be just slightly bent. Take them down and up. Last one, and then arms right up over the shoulders. Take those arms straight down, elbows right by your side, press them up. Down and up, down, up. Front delt floor press. Last one, and we're gonna finish this off with just a one-legged bridge, hands right by your side, heel on the ground, the other leg up in the air, push through the heel, squeeze the rear as you come up into bridge and down. Squeeze, down. Press through the heel, down. Two, one, and switch sides. Up and down. Squeeze, down. Last one. Going right back into the Spider-Man. Plank, hollow body hold, belly button to the backbone, and crunch it up. Bring that knee right to the outside of the elbow. Last one, onto your back for the fly. Feet flat on the ground, knees bent. Arms right up over the chest. Can be slightly bent. Take them down and up. Last one, take those arms out just a bit so they're just right over the shoulders, palms facing in. Take it straight down, elbows by the body, and press it up. Down and up. Last one. Quite a bit of upper body work today. Arms right by your side, heel on the ground. One heel on the ground, one leg up in the air. Press through that heel, lift up and down. Squeeze and down. And taking it right to the other side, up and down. Last one. And just like that, we're on our last set on a Monday. Starting with those Spider-Man. Ready? Belly button to backbone and crunch. Three, two, last one. Your counter, you know I took you up just a little bit on that one. Intentional. All right. Feet flat on the ground. Arms right up over the chest, slightly bent. And take it down and up. One, move those hands out just a little bit so the arms are right up over the shoulders, not the chest, and take it right down, elbows by your body, press it up, down and up.
one. Hands by your side, one heel on the ground, one leg up in the air. Press, squeeze. Squeeze the rear, push through the heel. Up and down. Last one, to the other side, press down. Last one. And that is going to do it. We have a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do a few stretches. So I hope that you are joining me. Just sitting in this butterfly position, using my elbows to press the knees down toward the ground. And taking the chest forward, back straight. And release. Straddle. Let's take the chest down to the thigh, back straight. And to the other side. And down to center. Go ahead and sit crisscross. One arm comes to the outside of the opposite knee, other hand right behind your hip. Looking over that back shoulder. And to the other side. Into quadruped position, but then think about the tops of the shoes pressing into the mat as I put my arms out in front, try to sit on the backs of my legs, which I can't do very well, but I am doing it without a bolster today. And taking one arm under the other arm. Little thread the needle. And to the other side. And release. Foot in, take it into down dog. Feet on the ground, feet flat on the ground, heels pressed into the ground, head right in between your arms. And then just walk it back and straighten out the legs, let your arms go as far as they can, keeping those legs straight. And bend the knees and roll it up.
Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. And that is going to do it for our Daily Dose of Fitness on a Monday. We got it done. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I have a little mantra for you today out of my Empowering Mantras book. And it says, my woman is to stand alone and help herself. Strong-minded, strong-hearted, strong-souled, and strong-bodied. And that's by Louisa May Alcott. So I love it. You can replace woman with man. I'm sure it'll still have the same meaning. So this is a Empowering Mantras for Awesome Women book. I think and mantra is pretty interchangeable for the sexes. So I think that they relate well to everyone. All right, you guys, I hope you all have a great Monday. I'm gonna go work on this finger, my ring finger, and see what we can do to maybe get that thing feeling a little bit better. But I hope everyone has a great day. I hope to see you back here tomorrow for Strength and Stretch Tuesday. If not, I'll see you when I see you. And until next time, everyone, eat well, stay fit, live life, have a great day. Bye.